Sorry I'm late. I had an issue with my eye. I must have gotten glitter or something in my eye, in my contact lens on my one eye, and it started to really hurt. And I had to get my contact lens out, and then my eye was like really in a lot of pain. And so I sat with that for a little bit while everybody was talking on Zoom, and then I put another lens in it, and now it feels much better. But my eye's all red, and that side of my nose is, it leaks. It's like connected to your eye. So anyway, I wanted to talk about a couple of things. I don't know why our live ended before. I think I might have accidentally, I don't know what I did. Hit something or other, I don't know. But I don't know, I've got a weird, I think everybody feels like it. It's like this weird feeling in the air. Like it's an eerie kind of quiet or something, but a lot of stuff going on, like a lot of emotions. I don't know. Anyway, I did watch the Maya trial today. And, oh boy, they were saying like, well, how did you figure out, what Maya would be able to do as an adult? And I don't agree with that at all, because it's like they're setting her up to fail. And if you take that kind of mindset that you can't do anything or whatever, oh, she's going to need this, she's going to need that, she'll never hold down this, she'll never hold down that. Call a bunch of BS on a lot of that. But anyway, the whole trial there, I'm sorry, and I've talked to several other people, and they kind of feel exactly the same. It's gone on too long. I can't, it's so hard to watch anymore. I noticed that the reports for it are not even being put out. Like they're recapping like a couple of days at a time. It's like, I think everything about it is just, I don't know. It's enough already. It's enough already. I heard Maya saying like she can't go buy a Victoria's Secret without thinking of her mother, because her mother liked that. And that she had, they said, the guy on the stand today said she hasn't even sent out one college application or anything. And yet, she's so worried about school and stuff, but she hasn't sent out one college application. And so, exactly what he was getting at with that, like she's not able to handle that. I don't know. But it's just too much. It's too much. And I don't know when the defense is supposed to start their case. I thought next week, but I don't know. It's just, and there's so many times where they have to, go to the sidebar. They've got this, it's just such a convoluted, disjointed trial. I just can't deal with it. So yeah, about that trial, that's kind of where I'm feeling with that trial. And do I think, I don't know if they're the jurors. I know the jurors have been asking questions, and people think, oh, they've been asking questions, they're paying like really good attention. I don't know. And speaking of paying really good attention, we're going to talk about an Oklahoma judge who was texting things during a toddler's murder trial. And she's a new judge. She was sworn in January, and she was texting things like, is that juror wearing a wig? The prosecutor sweating through his suit. Talking about a police officer saying he was pretty and she could stare at him all day. Talking about the defense, that can I clap for them? I'm trying to think what else she said. You know, a lot of it, she was texting the bailiff stuff. She was asking if one of the jurors was wearing a wig. She was texting, you know, hey, is that witness toothless? It was really highly inappropriate. She's been put on leave with pay while it's being reviewed. And I talked about it a lot in the craft live at the end. But I was just painting something. But I'll tell you a little bit about this. Yeah, let's take a look. She exchanged 500 text messages. When I first saw this, you know, I thought, okay, it's maybe she was texting, you know, I mean, not that it was okay, but I thought the texts were going to be about, you know, can you pick up my daughter or son, whatever, but not at all what was going on. So she may be forced to step down for allegedly exchanging over 500 text messages with a bailiff in which she mocked trial participants and talked offensively about the state's attorneys while she presided over a murder trial in June. Text cited in the filing described Lincoln County District Judge Tracy Soderstrom making fun of attorneys, jurors, and witnesses and showing bias against the state's case. While she presided over a murder trial in June, according to the petition that was filed on Tuesday, the text cited in the filing described the Lincoln County District Judge Tracy Soderstrom making fun of the attorneys by saying, hold on one second, my thing just locked up. She showed bias in favor of the defendant and complimented the defense attorney. According to the filing, the petition came after a probe into the judge's phone used by the counsel on judicial complaints. Soderstrom's attorney did not immediately respond for comment. According to the petition, Soderstrom was presiding over a first-degree murder trial. The defendant was found guilty of second-degree manslaughter, a verdict that Soderstrom accepted and imposed a 4-year sentence, time served, resulting in no additional jail time. The petition said the co-defendant, who had taken a plea deal for an amended charge of enabling child abuse, received a 25-year prison sentence. In one text to the courtroom bailiff, Soderstrom wrote that the district attorney was sweating through his coat. Oh my gosh, this stupid thing is driving me crazy. In another, she said, "Why does he have baby hands? They are so weird looking." When the defense attorney addressed the jury, the judge texted the bailiff, "She's awesome." At another point, she praised her again, saying, "Can I clap for her?" According to the filing, Soderstrom also texted that a police officer who took this stand was pretty, saying, "I could look at him all day." In other messages, Soderstrom used an expletive to call one video played to a witness boring, speculated whether one juror was wearing a wig, and opined that due to a lack of DNA evidence against the defendant, there would be no way they get guilty on murder. After the trial, a sheriff's deputy told the district attorney's office Soderstrom had been seen using her phone throughout the trial. A 51-minute video snippet from a courtroom camera revealed the excessive amount of time on her phone. When the judge testified about the alleged phone use at an in-person hearing before the council on judicial complaints, she said she was texting about things that probably could have waited. When asked if she thought the texts were inappropriate, she said, "It was like, oh, that's funny, move on." The Council on Judicial Complaints found Soderstrom's text to be one of multiple violations of the Code of Judicial Conduct. The petition cites other instances in which Soderstrom is accused of speaking or acting inappropriately, both in the courtroom and on social media, including at her hearing where she used the F word 3 times within the first 6 minutes of her testimony. The petition cites other instances in which Soderstrom is accused of speaking or acting inappropriately, both in the courtroom and on social media, including at her hearing where, I have one eye, okay? I have to use blame it on the guy with one eye. The case against Soderstrom is scheduled to be held on January 3rd of 2024. She took the bench on January of 2023 as a judge in the 23rd Judicial District of Oklahoma. So, yeah, she was caught doing a lot of texting, so we'll see what happens to her. More than texting, it's also the really highly inappropriate things that she was found talking about. It was just really not good. And now we're going to go on to some more court stuff. We're going to talk about Chad Daybell. Chad wants to be a video star. He wants to be on video. Chad wants cameras in the courtroom. And is he going to get his wish? We'll see. Sorry, just painting up a little something. Again, I'm a little addicted right there to the painting. Okay, sorry. Hang on, let me put my brush down for a second. All right. Chatty. The judge and attorneys involved in Chad Daybell's upcoming murder trial have set a November 29th date for a hearing on whether to allow cameras in the courtroom. 7th District Judge Stephen Boyce previously barred cameras for the trial of Laundrie Daybell, but we don't know what he's going to do here. Earlier, Daybell's attorneys filed a motion requesting that cameras be allowed, and the sides hammered out a date to hear arguments during a video conference on Tuesday. Defense has concerns that the lack of public access to the trial would cause financial hardship to members of families, limit the parties' family access, limit the public from adequate access to what is a trial of great interest to the public, attorney John Pryor wrote in his September 29th motion. Pryor said during Tuesday's conference that reporters were already calling him about access. "It's not my job to represent the media out there," he told the judge. "I think at this point, given the fact that this case is going to trial, I expect the media to now jump all over the court's inquiry. We'd better have a hearing. Mr. Daybell has not changed his position. He still maintains the feeling of having a public hearing." Prosecutors told Boyce they still oppose the move. "At this juncture, the state will be maintaining the same position," Lindsay Blake said. The Daybell saga continues now, and we'll, I guess, find out in November if there's going to be cameras in the courtroom. Okay, and the other thing I want to talk about is Gabby Petito, because I forgot to mention this. Now, former FBI agent Jennifer Coffendorfer, and she's controversial with many people because she's done a lot of things that are very clickbaity and things that weren't true, and just she's come under a lot of fire, okay? So Brian Laundrie, let me get this over there, hold on. His autopsy report was, stop. Hold on a minute, my computer's being slow. Okay, let me just clean my brush here, and then I'm going to put it down because otherwise okay. All right, so Brian Laundrie's autopsy report has been released. Let's get this graphic up here because there we go. Now, Laundrie's remains were found on October 20th, 2021, after an intense manhunt. Fiancé of Gabby Petito and the only person of interest in her death, Laundrie died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound, according to the Sarasota County Medical Examiner. Gabby Petito vanished in September during a cross-country road trip with Laundrie. It was actually August. Her body was eventually found in a remote area of Wyoming. A coroner there determined she had been strangled. Investigators found skeletal remains near a backpack containing items that belonged to Brian Laundrie, including clothes, a ring, and a handwritten half note. The report noted that police also found a dry bag containing a journal, a wooden box, and photos. The report states that the remains were visible on the dirt despite days of searching with no sign of human remains. Vegetation had grown up and around the area of Big Slough Canal. A snub-nosed revolver was also found with 2 live rounds and 1 spent round. The gunshot wound was found on the left side of his head. Laundrie was positively identified using his dental records. Okay, so let's see what we've got here from the medical examiner. Okay, let's see. Let me pull this over. Okay, so Brian Laundrie medical examiner reports included in this packet are the following medical examiner reports and related documents. 1, investigator case summary, 5 pages. 2, medical examiner report of scene investigation, 4 pages. 3, medical examiner report of autopsy, 6 pages. 4, consultation report of osteological examination, 23. 5, laboratory report DNA analysis, 5 pages. 6, consultation odontologic forensic identification report, 2 pages. Okay, so Note, Florida Statute 406-135 explicitly prohibits the release of autopsy photos by the medical examiner as part of routine public records requests. That would be nice if it was done for Gannon Stauch, right? Yeah. Accordingly, the photographs that were part of the original report have been redacted. Thank you. We don't want to see them. And we don't want to sell them like some people. Okay. Brian Christopher Laundrie. On October 20th, 2021, 9:30 hours, I was contacted by Sergeant Fortuno from the Northport Police Department in reference to an apparent human skeletal remains. The remains were discovered in the Carlton Reserve, north of the Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park, located at 6968 Reisterstown Road in Northport. Sergeant Fortuno advised that a massive search had been ongoing in the Carlton Reserve for several weeks by multiple agencies for 23-year-old white male Brian Christopher Laundrie. Date of birth November 18th, 1997. On October 20th, 2021, at approximately 8:20 hours, search groups found a backpack and shoes that were identified as belonging to Brian Laundrie. The personal belongings were surrounded by apparent skeletal remains that were scattered on top of the dirt ground. I was informed that the evidence response team from the Federal Bureau of Investigation, along with cadaver and electronic detection dogs, were responding to the scene to assist in locating additional human remains. I contacted Dr. Vega, Dr. Broussard, Director Winterhalter, and Chief Investigator Andrus, and I provided them with the above information. At 12:45 hours, same date, I was contacted by Detective Keller from the Northport Police Department, who advised that he was the lead investigator for their agency. The apparent human remains were located at latitude blah, 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 blah. Okay. At 1400 hours, same date, Director Winterhalter contacted forensic odontologist Dr. Nancy Havens and requested forensic odontology consultation for October 21st, 2021. At 16:05 hours, the same date, I was contacted by Sergeant Fortuno, who advised that they were requesting the Office of the District 12 Medical Examiner to respond. At 16:20 hours, same date, Chief Investigator Andrus contacted Dr. Heather Walsh-Haney and Dr. Miranda Cleese and requested an anthropology consultation to assist with the examination of the skeletal remains of the scene the following day. At 1700 hours, same date, Chief Investigator Andrus, Investigator Kavanagh, Investigator Loveridge, and I arrived on scene. We were transported to the location of the apparent human remains. Upon arrival, we met with the Kerry Harvey, team leader of the Federal Bureau of Investigation Evidence Response Team, who walked us through the scene. Team leader Harvey informed us that the search area was previously under approximately 3 feet of water, which was indicated by the water line upon the surrounding trees. The search area was divided into the main scene and the secondary scene. Both scenes were marked with orange flags that indicated apparent human and or animal remains and red flags that indicated personal effects. I photographed the scene as I observed with a Nikon digital camera. At 17:30 hours, same date, Dr. Vega and Dr. Broussard arrived on scene and examined the skeletal remains. Please refer to Dr. Broussard's report for further details. The scene was north of the Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park within the Carlton Reserve and west of the Big Slough Canal. The scene included trees and overgrown vegetation that had total exposure to the outside elements. A winding walking and vehicular trail ran in a north-northeast direction up to and through the scene. The skeletal remains and personal effects were in plain sight and scattered upon the dirt ground. Plain sight there, huh? Isn't that funny? And his parents were right there, right? To find them. Interesting. Very interesting. The main scene contained human remains that included a right and left scapula, a right humerus, a left and right femur, 2 tibias, 2 fibulas, 2 clavicles, 2 pelvis, 1 right ulna, 1 right radius, a sacrum, multiple ribs, multiple skull fragments, along with the maxilla and mandible, and approximately 25 vertebrae, cervical, thoracic, and lumbar. Dr. Broussard confirmed the remains in this area to be human. The main scene also contained personal effects that included a pair of green shorts with a green belt, 2 slip-on shoes, a backpack with unknown contents, a white metal ring, and an unknown type of handgun, snub-nosed revolver. The secondary scene contained skeletal animal remains, a handwritten half note, and a hat with the logo Moab Coffee Roasters. I was informed that a dry bag was located that contained a journal, along with a wooden box that contained a small notebook and a photographic picture of Brian Laundrie. I was advised that there were additional photographic pictures, but the contents was undisclosed to me at the time. At 2000 hours, same date, all personnel from the District 12 medical examiner cleared the scene. Okay. Investigator Kavanagh transported skeletal human remains that included cranial bones, maxilla with existing teeth, and mandible with existing teeth that were processed by the evidence response team of the Federal Bureau of Investigation to the Sarasota Medical Examiner's facility for potential identification purposes. The remains were logged into the morgue at 2221 hours, same date. On October 21st, 2021, at 800 hours, Director Winterhalter met Dr. Nancy Havens, forensic odontologist at the Sarasota Medical Examiner's facility, to assist with the forensic odontology consultation. Please refer to her report for additional details. Okay. At 9:06 hours, same date, I contacted Dr. Udishai from Daybell Family Dentistry in New York and requested the decedent's dental records, radiographs, along with corresponding physician notes. I learned the agents with the FBI were able to obtain the dental records on behalf of the District 12 Medical Examiner. Upon receiving the records, they were provided to Dr. Havens. At 10:10 hours, same date, I was contacted by Detective Keller, who advised that they believed they located additional bones from the decedent's left arm bones within the main scene. At 1300 hours, same date, Chief Investigator Andrus, Investigator Walker, and I arrived on scene. At 1300 hours, same date, forensic anthropologist Dr. Walsh Haney and Dr. Cleese arrived on scene, at which time they walked through the scene. At 13:15 hours, same date, Dr. Broussard arrived on scene. We made contact with Carrie Harvey, team leader of the Federal Bureau of Investigation Evidence Response Team, who advised that the main scene was divided into 3 zones, which were designated for sifting purposes in search of additional human remains. Zone 1 contained remains of the upper torso and upper extremities and head. Zone 2 contained remains of the lower vertebrae and sacrum. Zone 3 contained remains of the left arm bones. A systematic search was conducted by all agencies involved for the recovery of additional human remains. At 16:05 hours, the same date, I contacted the Broussard Services and requested removal of the remains from the scene to the Sarasota Medical Examiner's facility. At 16:20 hours, same date, I was contacted by Director Winterhalter, who advised that forensic odontologist Dr. Nancy Havens positively identified the human remains as 23-year-old white male Brian Christopher Laundrie, date of birth November 18, 1997, through the comparison of the antemortem dental radiographs and dentition, including postmortem radiographs known to known dental records. Okay. At 16:25 hours, same date, a projectile was located near Zone 2 of the main scene by the evidence recovery team of the FBI by utilizing a metal detector. And additional human and animal remains, along with personal effects, were collected and inventoried on site by the evidence response team of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Please refer to the reports from the Northport Department, okay, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The Federal Bureau of Investigation represented a crime on government reservation and crime of violence that involved the decedent at 1700 hours. Same date, forensic anthropologist Dr. Walsh Haney and Dr. Cleese cleared the scene. Okay, hold on a minute. Oh, I've got to go get my... Hold on, I've got to get this. Hey, you. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I forgot to download. Get out of here. Okay. Oh my gosh, I can't get back on where I need to be. Hold on a minute, guys. Whew. So, any day now. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Okay, so Roberta Laundrie enters her car in her driveway. Parents, so they're using his Mustang. Okay, and there's something else I want to... So the parents of Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito met for the first time October 10th. They have come face to face for the first time in more than 2 years. In Venice, Florida, the legal team for Gabby Petito's parents deposed Christopher Laundrie and Brian Laundrie, who's Brian Laundrie's father, as part of the civil lawsuit. Petito's parents, Joe Petito and Nicole Schmidt, described Christopher Laundrie's testimony as gut-wrenching. Oh my gosh, this computer's driving me crazy right now. Okay. The depositions marked the first time that Petito and Schmidt have had the opportunity to question the Laundrie since Gabby Petito's death in August of 2021. In the weeks after Gabby went missing, Petito and Schmidt publicly pleaded for Brian Laundrie and his parents to help locate Gabby, but they say their phone calls, their texts, and their social media messages all went unanswered. The closed-door depositions are expected to play a major role in the civil trial between the two families, which is set for May of 2024. Pat Riley, the attorney for Petito and Schmidt, is handling the questioning of the Laundries, although the exact questions being asked are unknown. For Tuesday's scheduled meeting, only Christopher Laundrie and his attorney were able to be in attendance. However, Roberta Laundrie and Bertolino also chose to be present. Roberta will be deposed on Wednesday. I have nothing to share other than there were no surprises on our side, Bertolino said after the 3-hour deposition. Ryan Gilbert, the new attorney for the Laundries, who stepped in to replace Matthew Luca, has not yet responded for requests for comments. Roberta Laundrie will be questioned less than 5 months after the release of the infamous burn after reading letter she wrote to Brian. In the letter, Roberta offered her son a shovel and a garbage bag if needed to dispose of a body. Wednesday will be worse, Schmidt said in reference to Roberta's upcoming deposition. In May, Judge Danielle Brewer denied a motion of protection against the letter's inclusion in the discovery process as the two families head to a civil trial next year. The letter was released. Okay. More depositions are on schedule, including with Brian Laundrie's sister Cassie, as both sides prepare for trial in May of 2024. Gabby Petito's parents are suing the Laundries and Bertolino for intentional infliction of emotional distress based on the claim the Laundries were aware of Gabby Petito's murder soon after the 22-year-old's death in August of 2021, and chose to do nothing other than issue a statement through Stephen Bertolino expressing hope she would be found. Okay, now hold on 1 second. I'm so tired. Okay. Okay, so let's see what we had. Okay, so Brian Laundrie died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head that caused extensive fractures in his skull, according to this new Florida Medical Examiner's report. The single bullet entered his brain at the left temple and exited through the right, traveling slightly upward, and the full autopsy and forensics report. His bone showed signs of gnawing and chewing from post-mortem scavengers carnivore activity, including on portions of the arms and legs. These areas are consistent with carnivores or omnivores, including canines such as feral dogs and coyotes, along with rodents and raccoons. Laundrie's toxicology report showed no signs of drug use. Authorities also found personal items. We found that, okay. His body was believed to have been submerged in up to 3 feet of water in the Florida swamp for an extended period of time. When the swamp waters receded, his remains were discovered. The scene was excavated by authorities to search for additional bones and personal items that may have been buried, and the uprooted dirt was placed into 5-gallon tubs and sifted through. Authorities used the dental records provided by Laundrie's dentist to identify the skeletal remains as well as the genetic material from one of his teeth and 2 femur bones, and they matched the DNA swabs taken from his parents. The report said Laundrie took no medications and didn't have a primary care physician. Authorities say they asked their parents about their son's social history, but that Mr. and Mrs. Laundrie stated they did not want to provide that information. Laundrie was, okay, we got that. Okay, now what about Roberta's deposition? Let's see, Bertie's deposition. Okay, let's see here. Tensions escalated during the second day of depositions with Brian Laundrie's parents, Roberta and Christopher Laundrie, in relation to the death of Gabby Petito. The depositions, which took place in Venice, Florida, provided new information about the aftermath of Gabby Petito's death. Attorney Pat Riley, representing the Petito's family, stated that significant revelations were made during the proceedings. Roberta Laundrie, Brian's mother, was questioned for over 3 hours on Wednesday. The questioning focused on a letter allegedly written by Roberta, referred to as the burn after reading letter. This letter purportedly offered Brian a shovel and garbage bags if he needed to dispose of a body. During the deposition, emotions ran high as Nicole Schmidt, Gabby's mother, described the experience as witnessing pure evil. Joe Petito, Gabby's father, expressed his disappointment that the Laundries refused to acknowledge him throughout the 2-day deposition, describing their answers as emotionless. The new information obtained during the depositions is expected to play a significant role in the upcoming civil trial between the two families. Brian's sister, Cassie Laundrie, is also scheduled to be deposed. The Laundrie family attorney, Stephen Bertolino, stated that Roberta's deposition went as anticipated with no surprises. In response, Pat Riley accused Bertolino of insensitivity, emphasizing the emotional impact on Gabby's family. The Petito family has filed a lawsuit against the Laundries and Bertolino, alleging intentional infliction of emotional distress. The lawsuit claims that the Laundries were aware of Gabby Petito's murder shortly after her death in August of 2021, but chose not to assist. As the depositions continue, more details are expected to emerge regarding the circumstances surrounding Gabby Petito's tragic death. Hang on a second. Roberta Laundrie drove her son's Mustang to the deposition, the silver Mustang convertible. It was a big part of the case. Laundrie drove the silver Mustang while evading police. Okay, let's see what else we have here. So we'll see what's going on with that. Let's see who's here. Where are you guys? Hi, sorry I'm late. I had an issue with my eye. I must have gotten glitter or something in my eye. In my There you are. Okay. Hold on, oh my gosh, I'm in live chat. Hey, my coffee is black. I didn't see anybody. I didn't say hello to anybody. That was really rude of me. Okay. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Margot, farm wife. Hello. Hi, Heart Made Wise. Hi, K-Rocks. Hi, Lori Staggs. Good to see you. My coffee is black. Hello there. Let's see who else we have. Liza Ward. Samantha, how are you? From Belfast, Northern Ireland. It's not too late to join. You can join us anytime you like, Samantha. Okay, let's see. High Speed Drifter, good to see you. How you doing? How you doing? Okay. Hi, Murder of Crows. I think since the autopsy report is 47 pages, we'll save that for another day because I'm not going to be able to read that tonight. I'm exhausted. We're going to play the word game. Let's do the word game. How come it's not giving me the... it didn't give me the spinner thing. Isn't that crazy? It didn't give me the wheel. I got gypped. I'm going to take... No, my eye feels much better. I'm going to take care of my eye. I'm going to play the word game and I'm going to go to bed. Dunkin' Donuts. Dunking. No. Sorry. I'll take care of it. Farm wife, thanks. You're okay, High Speed Drifter? Just okay? You're only okay? You know what a dink is? Do you guys know what a dink is? A dink. If I know this, now I know they're my boys because they catch a bass and if it's small, they go, "Oh, that's a dink." It means it's very small. It's ridiculous. It's a dink. Okay. But word cookies doesn't like it as a word. Okay. Did I do... what about gunk? Nope, didn't like that either. How about upsy? Kind. How about... Gin is always there. Gin. Gun. What is that? Gin? Oh, canoe. Oh, no, I don't, it's not the I, it's that. Thank you. Okay is good enough now? Yeah, I think a lot of people are in a little down in the dumps a little bit, right? They are. I have some really bad thoughts these days. Okay, let's see. Not thoughts of like, before anybody gets carried away of hurting myself or hurting anyone like that. No, just bad thoughts like dark thoughts. Like, oh gosh, yeah, just like you know what I mean. Depressing things. Nothing other than that. Okay, let's see here. I tried dunk. Oh, none. None is good. None is good. Where's all our word players? Where's our word players? Come on. Ding. Ding dong. In Murder of Crows. Very good. Where's our high 61? I don't see him anymore. Okay. Dung. Yeah, with a dung beetle. Hi, Renee Gooden. How are you? Dinky. That's good, Renee Gooden. I already have Jan though. Unkind, Margot. Very good. Jan is already there, right there, High Speed Drifter, but that's good. I already have it though. In? There's no, we can't do 2-letter words. Wow, ink. Ink, a bank, a bottle of ink. Thank you. Dog. I already have those guys. Hi, Jeff H. What are you doing? You've been gone for a long time, Jeff H. We thought you hated us. Everybody just assumed you hated us. Isn't that nice? No, they really didn't. I didn't think you hated us. I just didn't know where you were. Okay. One more. One more, guys. One more. What do we do? What do we do? Done, Beth? Oh, you're right, Beth. There you are. Oh my goodness. Oh, here's our wheel. They finally gave it to us. Oh, wow. Look what we got. 50. It was worth the wait. Look what I am. Furious. I'm furious. No, I'm not. Okay, all four. Surfing USA. Yeah, okay. Well, you went to and fro. Okay. Sour I already have. Fro I already have. I already have all those. Ifs. But that's like the other one I get is its. Yeah, I do that too. Claim it. Horde? Okay. Charred? Orchard? Oh my goodness. Murder of crows, or that's what I was looking for. Our door. Cord. Ra? Ra, shish kebab? No. No. Maybe we just need to call it a nighty. I'm exhausted. Aren't you guys exhausted? I'm exhausted. Arch. Okay. And my eye and the side of my nose is that my eye was on, because when your eye gets affected, that side of your nose runs. So I am going to go to bed. I'm exhausted. Roach, okay. Very good. Okay, we need one more. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we get it? Can we get it? It's going to start with a C. It's going to start with a C. You're a little tired. I'm sorry to hear that, Renee. Okay. Can anybody think of this last one right here? What about Cora? No. What about... I was thinking of Chad, but Coda. There we go. Beautiful. Thank you, heart. Yay. Okay. Barracuda. No, okay, I'm going to go to bed. But it was good to see Jeff, Renee, and some high-speed drifters and people we haven't seen in a while. Thanks for coming by. Don't be a stranger. We'll see you tomorrow. I have to see us out of here if I can get over to the thingamajigger. I have to get into the one that... Come on. I have to be able to shut us down. I have to go here. Oh my gosh, this does not want to let me close it down. Oh my gosh, it's not letting me close it down. Come on. Okay, good night, God bless and everything, and prayers for all that need them, and we'll see you tomorrow, and I hope that I'm going to have to just shut it off with StreamYards in hopes that it goes.